Are you tired of fighting recoil in your FPS games? Missing shots, losing gunfights, and feeling like your mouse is fighting against you? In this video, I'll show you Ultimate Recoil Assist, a simple Windows tool that helps you keep your sprays and bursts under control while staying external to the game. I'll walk you through the interface, the main features, and show you a before and after in-game. Let's get started. This is the main control tab of Ultimate Recoil Assist. At the top, you can see the status of the script. Right now it says Script Inactive. When I'm ready to play, I simply click the Activate Script button and the assistant starts running in the background. The heart of the tool is the Recoil Parameters section. Here, I can fine-tune how the compensation behaves for my primary and secondary weapon. The primary weapon speed slider controls how fast the mouse compensation is applied. The delay slider sets the time between each micro-movement, in milliseconds. I have the exact same two sliders for my secondary weapon, so I can match two different guns or classes. This lets me create a recoil feeling that matches my own playstyle, instead of a one-size-fits-all setting. Just below that, we have the weapon key settings. Here, I choose which keyboard keys will trigger the primary and secondary recoil profiles. In this example, my primary weapon key is set to 1, and my secondary weapon key is set to 2, just like in most FPS games. When I switch weapons in-game, I simply press the same key, and Ultimate Recoil Assist automatically switches to the correct recoil profile in the background. Next, there is a random key option. This key can trigger small, human-like random movements with a very low chance of activation. It's designed to make the overall behavior feel less robotic and more natural during long sessions. You can also choose to disable weapon change with scroll if you want a more consistent setup. At the bottom of the window, I can save my settings in two different ways. Save Game Profile saves everything for the current game. Save Weapon Profile lets me store and load specific weapon behaviors. Here you can see the active profile is set to PUBG, and the software clearly tells you which profile is currently in use. Ultimate Recoil Assist is lightweight, runs in the background, and doesn't inject into any game files. It simply sends controlled mouse movements through Windows. Now let's look at the Profiles tab. On the left, I have my list of games. On the right, my weapons for the selected game. Here you can see I already have PUBG as a game, and an M4 weapon profile. With the buttons below, I can add game, delete game, save game, and the same thing for weapons on the right side. This makes it super easy to build a library of recoil profiles for games like PUBG, Warzone, Apex, CS2, and more. If you ever forget how a feature works, the User Guide tab is built directly into the program. It explains how to activate or deactivate the script, how the recoil parameters work, how to configure your keys, how profile saving works, and some extra usage tips. So you don't need to open a website or a PDF. Everything is already inside the app. Ultimate Recoil Assist also supports multiple languages. From the language drop-down on the left, I can switch between English and French. When I choose French, the entire user guide is displayed in French, so Francophone. Now, let me show you a quick comparison in-game. First, I'm going to shoot without Ultimate Recoil Assist. Watch how the weapon climbs vertically and how hard it is to keep the crosshair on target during a long spray. Next, I activate the script and use the same weapon at the same distance. Now you can see the difference. The recoil is much more stable, and the crosshair stays closer to the target. This doesn't make you a pro overnight, but it helps you keep your aim under control, especially during long fights and full sprays. That was a quick look at Ultimate Recoil Assist. External Windows tool. No game file modification, custom game and weapon profiles, adjustable recoil, speed, and timing, multi-language support, built-in user guide. Use it responsibly, and always respect the rules of the games and platforms you play on. If you want to try it, you'll find all the information and the download link on my website and in the description of this video. Thanks for watching, and good luck in your next matches.